since this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this guy clips on. There we go. Let's pass the flange. It's that Doorman kit. Doorman kit has 3/8 and 5/16. These guys, 800-106. This is for the Generation 1 quick disconnects. I'm gonna use those O-rings. What goes next? Oh no, not the O-ring. The next thing that goes is this thing. Since my connector fell apart, I'm gonna build it up on this tube. Then we get an O-ring. I want to just slide it on afterwards. So that's my O-ring. Then we get this nylon spacer that flew out of there. It's pretty brittle and probably would snap. Now we're gonna put another O-ring, same size, on top of that. And that's going to be my stack up for the quick connect. Gotta watch out for, because the front of this tube is so sharp. That's gonna be my stack up for the 5/16 return line. This right angle connector is basically gutted out at this point. You can see there's like nothing in there compared to the part that goes to the fuel pump, which has that stack up in there. Trying not to bend this too much so it doesn't break. Focus, baby, focus, yeah. So there's supposed to be 2 O-rings separated by nylon with the little rubber cylinder on this side. So I'm gonna slide that on later. Now for the 5/16. The 5/16, I have a feeling that this swolled up, the yellow one, which is what's in that quick connect. The one on the left is for my SAE set. It's number 12. This guy. One on the right is number 12 from the metric set. You can see it's a little bit thicker from the metric set for the smaller sizes. But when it comes to the height, the standard set looks like it'd be more appropriate, so I think we're gonna go with that one. And it didn't rip out that nylon spacer and that last O-ring out of my 3/8 line, so I'm gonna leave those in there and not damage them trying to pull them out. Put this one back, and then I'll reverse this stack up. I'll reuse this clip, I think. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. So we're replacing that with this. In my opinion, that's good. Get the plastic on first. Seat it. Then comes donut. There's it's a little bit larger diameter on the left. You can see how it tapers down, so larger diameter goes towards that dog ear. And then we'll get a new O-ring because that one I tore. Slide that over the end. And then the nylon spacer and the last washer are still in the fuel line. So we're gonna let that be. I did sprayed a little bit of fluid film on the end. I'm probably gonna run this fuel pump and just squirt it out and before I connect to the fuel rail for a couple minutes. Fluid film on both ends. Reason I didn't use the plastic Doorman kit that I have is because I don't really know how to bend this nylon stuff, so it's like thermo set into position. That's why we gotta make those crazy right hand turns. I would have rather have gone straight instead of having these 90s here and trying to bend those 90s there. So if this leaks, that's what I'm gonna do. Because making these 90 bends with the upper offset sucked really bad. A little bit weird that this might be a little bit low. When I put the fuel tank in, it goes up, as you can see, and it's got quite a lip. I believe that this lip here, where it's molded into the two pieces, I believe that lip rests at the top of this. I'll show you in a second. I gotta undo this. It's for the vacuum, for the vapor. I gotta put some zip ties on this brake line too. Now that the fuel tank's out, I'm able to finish off the zip line, the brake line installation. Yeah, I told my cousin that my fuel lines are leaking. He's like, get rid of it. Brake lines are next. I'm like, did the brake lines 3 years ago. So, should have got rid of that then. Then I got this car for free from the Chief O'Neill's guy. And it's been a nightmare ever since. Redid all my brake lines in Nightcop 3 years ago. And now I'm redoing this section of fuel. Reason I didn't redo the whole line, which I really wanted to, is I could not get this front drive shaft off. There's no splines underneath this thing like they're supposed to be, so this actually slides in, so you could drop that and get to those fuel lines back there. For some reason, I don't know, this whole thing seems very, very strange. It seems like my transfer case is kind of twisted down here in the back. It doesn't seem like it's even level. The only thing I could figure out is it's like this thing isn't even coming out. I would expect to see some splines here, and I'm not seeing it. Maybe if this thing would have came out, if there's more of an angle here, meaning if this yoke was higher up, because this thing looks like it's all centered. And that doesn't seem right. You can see that there's like a tip. If anyone knows if there's something wrong, let me know, because if this end of that transfer case went up, then this end would come down, I believe, and would have given me some splines to remove this front shaft, which is why I'm not redoing all the lines. And I use these Doorman steel to steel connectors instead, because I just can't get up there. Looking for your input, guys. So this was just floating in this AGD or whoever kit I got off of eBay, and it measures out at 8 millimeters, which is what my finished product lines with the nightcap came out to be as well. So maybe it was just this front chamfer. This is really, it was sealed though, so this is something I guess they left as a sample in this kit. ATD, my mechanic buddy Billy at Olympiado, he's got an AGD. It's the same thread. Who knows, maybe the company had to go bankrupt and reopen as another permutation. But I think this is all going to come together. Uh-oh, didn't release. Uh-oh. Maybe it's just too cold. Maybe it's just too cold for the hydraulic oil to even release. But the Vevor, or whatever company, that flaring kit, oh my god, $140, waited a couple days. What a joke, that made in China crap. I broke that on my first attempt to flare. I'm looking for that last piece. Let me show you this Vevor kit. It's complete garbage, cracked. And the guy's trying to send you another one. I'm like, buddy, I didn't even get to do one flare. You send me another piece of junk? What's that gonna do? Basically what he's trying to do is you got 30 days to return it. You're stuck with this crap if you don't return it within 30 days. And I'm like, nah, I'll send you this crap back. I don't even want it. And he's like, just keep it. But look at that. It's just cracked right there. Did not even make one successful flare. And these things are so poorly machined that without a tube, these dies get stuck together with nothing even in there. This thing, when you're unscrewing, comes apart. The set screw's already deformed, like from them. It's just complete garbage. This is something that I'll leave at my mom's farm. And then I guess you could use like a C-clamp to hold this together. So maybe something's better than nothing. But this was 147 wasted dollars. Just spend the, I think I got that other kit off of eBay. I made, he had to buy it nice, buy it now price of, what do you call it? He had to buy it now price of $250. He made an offer 170. Basically showed him that I have a bunch of kits. I'm just trying to get another one. Anyways, this handle I bought off of eBay for 30 bucks. But you gotta be careful because this won't accept any of the dies. Seems like the real old version of this Master Cool. I think this is a Master Cool handle from what I can tell. Well, those dies, they have a bigger lip here. And you can't take the Vevor dies and slide them in, or the AGD or ATD or whatever. So they're not very interchangeable. You got to take a look and see what this area looks like. And this one doesn't even unscrew because this is circlipped on. I took a file and I tried to bring that down and I'm like, forget it. And then I just ended up buying another kit because I was going to use the Vevor bits into this tool that I picked up for like $38, $36 on eBay plus shipping. But that didn't work out, so be aware. All these tools use different, what do you call it? Different dies. 3/8 is really difficult to bend, even with the mandrel, so I wouldn't do that too aggressively if I were you. So this bolt here is giving me a problem because I had to hold it with the wrench from the other side. I don't know if this was supposed to be like a carriage bolt or what. Huh? Mice. There's a little mice home. If you're wondering why everything's so shiny, it's fluid film. This bolt, I don't know why. It's for the tank strap. I think we're gonna put these two new ones. I was able to stick a wrench through here from behind on the other side of the tire, and it kind of held in position. So it's not worst case. There should probably definitely be a washer. Something stacked up in there. And I'm going to take my tank straps and see if I need to adjust this because this doesn't look right. Oh, it's stretched out. But we'll see. Here's another bolt. Might as well replace this. Look, they're different sizes too. What the hell? At least this one had a washer on it. This one would have fit too. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. I think we're going to go with the same size bolt. Whatever it is. Got new straps. This stuff is like falling out. Look at that. That thing's all stretched out. I don't feel comfortable. I think this has got to be somehow pushed together. I don't know what happened, but that doesn't seem right. Now, this is all deformed too, I think. I think that's not supposed to be bent in because I can't even get this to close really nicely. Maybe this one will stay. Maybe this one doesn't need any adjustments. Kind of hard to get this in. You gotta like get it in and then do that. And then we'll go there. But definitely gonna need to do some kind of adjustment. Wish I could have saw what this bracket looked like. Maybe I'll look for parts diagram. So I don't think it's supposed to funnel out like this. And then that's too loose. That's so strange. I'll take a look on the internet. Maybe it's not supposed to be seated in there. Maybe it's supposed to be on this lip. Why the hell do they got those notches in there? I think I might actually stick the original straps back in. This one's got a nice nylon. Not nylon, vinyl something on it. You know, just clean this up. It looks beefier too than the new one. This part that attaches. Just interesting. Really strange. Yeah, I rock out with these. And they don't look very similar. I'll find out once we get the tank installed what's going on, but That's very different.